honey, let me tell y'all something. Celebrity Big Brother, y'all are doing it this season. Y'all are giving it to me. This first week has been everything. And like I said, you guys are doing a really good job of utilizing your celebrities, of not allowing, like, you know, usually on Big Brother, somebody done already been voted off by now. Hell, maybe 2 people. But you guys are doing a good job of prolonging this first eviction and giving us, and making it interesting. So let's talk about it. So tonight was the first live eviction, right? And we started off, the night with the Mooch, Tom Green, and Jonathan on the block, right? So they played the veto competition, all that good stuff. So they get, come to find out, Tamar and Natalie sort of showed their hand a little bit when Ricky decided not to use the veto. They were sort of dapping each other up, and Ryan caught it. And he was telling, you know, Jonathan, like, look, they look like they were real happy that you were still on the block. Like, I don't really know what's going on with this damn alliance. And let me tell you something. I don't know if Ryan is playing that dumb or he really is dumb, but I'm going to just say this. I'm an educator and I see things, and I'm going to leave it at that. So, moving on. So, then we get this alert, right? You know, expect the unexpected, you know, all that good stuff. And come to find out, they're going to be doing this celebrity news alert, right? So whenever they have, you know, some sort of twist in the game, they're going to have this celebrity news alert, right? So we get our first celebrity news alert. Come to find out, somebody in the house isn't really in the house to be playing the game. They were sort of a plant, and they were part of this first twist, right? Well, at first, I didn't even pay attention at first, but everybody's there except for one person. All of a sudden, this person pops up on the screen. It's Anthony Scaramucci. Come to find out, he wasn't really part of the game. You know, he was there to sort of throw this first little twist. And so the twist is, there's going to be, well, first of all, because Scaramucci was on the block. Now, it's funny, I'm wondering if he still would have been pulled out this soon if he hadn't been on the block. I find that interesting. But, and I think maybe he would have been, because I don't know if they anticipated all of these twists and turns that they had going on. So, because he was on the block and now he's gone, he's no longer in the game, he was pulled out for this twist, Ryan has to put somebody else on the block. Now, Ryan is saying in his confessional, I don't trust the girls, you know, Lolo gotta go, I'm really not, you know, she flicked me off and I'm really not happy about it, and I know that her and Tamar and Natalie are in this cahoots, like I feel like they got this side alliance going on. Okay, so then common sense would say pick one of them, right? Even if you want to backdoor Lolo, maybe you put Tamar up. Maybe you put Natalie up, right? He puts up Candy. And then he says his reasoning, well, you know, our personalities really haven't meshed, and we just haven't really had a chance to get to know each other. And my thing is, Candy was like, did I do something to you? Like, what are you talking about? Like, it doesn't even make sense. And I'm with you, Candy. What he said don't even make no damn sense. And I don't even think he know what he said. I don't even think he know he didn't make no damn sense. And so Candy gets on the block, and what I love about Candy is Ryan tried to come over and give her a hug. She was like, "Oh no, don't hug me now. You said we don't get along." Man, I refuse to believe that you have bonded with everybody else in that house. You just got a problem with Candy for whatever reason. You have a problem with Candy. So now that's our new. So the new people on the block is Candy, Tom Green, and Jonathan. The other twist is now all of a sudden there's gonna be a second opportunity for the veto. And so you can get, you know, you have a second chance to play for the veto before the eviction, and which is that's an interesting twist. I love it. And the twist is that they're in a room, the people on the block, and then 2 random draw, which ended up being Lohan and Kato Kalin. It's a room full of headlines, and you had to basically been paying attention to what Scaramucci had been saying all of this time, and identify the fake news from the real news. So he was doing a whole lot of talking, but he was talking for a reason. I thought he was just talking because he liked the fucking sound of his voice. But he was talking for a reason. So they had to identify which headlines were real and which were fake. And in the shortest amount of time. Or how many were fake, I should say. I could have sworn Candy had the right number. But I could have been wrong because I'm sure they would have edited that way to look like Candy won and she really didn't win. But come to find out, Mr. Kato Kalin wins. And I'm like, okay, there's a ringer for your ass. Come to find out, Kato and Tom sort of are cool. And Kato said, look, I'm pulling Tom off the block because I'm cool with Tom. And, of course, then they make an alliance, final two. Boom. So we got another alliance, Kato and Tom. Because Tom was like, look, you pull me off the block, I will never vote against you. Like, you got my vote. Like, I will be indebted to you. And I think he means it for now. I mean, it's Big Brother, so, you know, shit happens. But I think for now he meant it. Like, I don't think he was just saying it just to get off the block. So, of course, the veto ceremony comes around. Kato pulls Tom off the block. Ryan got to put another person on the block. Now, in the interim, Ryan has had a conversation with Lolo, and he was like, yo, we've known each other since since 2007, whatever, however long they've known each other. And he was like, I thought we were cool, so I really need to talk to her before because he was going to backdoor her. Like, he had decided that that's what he was going to do. So he was like, I really need to understand what happened. Like, where did things go wrong with us? And Lolo, again, I still don't understand Miss Lolo. She started talking about that she was upset and she felt like, they've known each other longer and that he was spending too much time with Jonathan. Like, so basically, you're just jealous as hell. Almost borderline, like, weird. And, because I'm like, so he can't have no other friends other than you? Like, he was in an alliance with you. What more did you want from this man? And then come to find out, they sort of talked or whatever. I don't think either one of them had any better trust for the other one, but that did sort of change Ryan's mind about backdooring her. He was like, all right, I'm going to keep her around a little bit longer. I'm not really sure about backdooring her right now. And Lola was like, I still don't trust him, but, at least for right now, he thinks we're back on the same page or whatever. So I'm like, y'all right back where y'all started. Lolo just saves her ass for being backdoored, really, and she don't even know it. Because again, the conversation just didn't make no damn sense to me. And basically, Ryan was like, just stick with me. You'll be all right. And I'm just like, whatever. Both of them getting on my nerves. They can go as soon as they ass get on the block. They can get the hell up out of here. So he doesn't backdoor Lolo. Because again, if you really think you can't trust the girls, once again, you put Candy on the block, which wasn't even part of the three that you said you didn't trust. Once again, if you don't trust them and you think they're gunning for you and gunning for Jonathan, put one of them on the block. You had two opportunities to break up that alliance that you're so worried about, and he puts Joey up. Like out of nowhere, he puts Joey up, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So Ryan's decisions made no damn sense to me. But okay, so here's where we are. We've got Joey, we've got Candy, and we've got Jonathan on the block. Finally, we're going to have a damn vote. And the conversation, because Tom and Kato were like, let's keep Candy. Like, we can beat Candy. Jonathan is smart. He knows how to play the game. Joey is certainly a physical threat. Candy, we know we think we can beat her. Keep Candy in the game. So, excuse me. Sorry. So, we get to the conversation that they're having actually comes down to keeping Candy, because they were like, it's a lot of distractions with Candy and Tamar in the house because they keep arguing and, their shit don't even have nothing to do with the game and we're sort of just sick of it. So Candy was sort of in the hot seat because of the conflict with her and Tamar. And Tamar has done a good job of playing her social game and making friends and bonding with people to the point where they're sort of picking her over Candy. And so for a while I was like, oh, Candy's in trouble. I'm like, the conversation don't sound like it's moving too good. And of course Tamar was like, I'm happy she on the block. Like, I'm cool with it. I'm alright with it. If she go home. I was like, oh boy, here go Candy. And I would have been really pissed off because I'm like, well, Candy really got a raw deal. I'm sorry, I'm kind of giving stuff away before I get there. Anyway, so the vote goes down. And it was clear that the how Big Brother edits stuff. So you think something go one way and then you realize it went a different way once you see, the voting and stuff. So it's clear that whatever conversation they had about Candy and Tamar and that whole problem and conflict, that they must have been cool or figured it out that they were good with things kind of flowing in a different direction. Because Candy only got Candy got 1 vote. Joey didn't get any votes. Kenny got 1 vote. The rest of the votes were Jonathan. So, of course, Jonathan did not have any clue he was going home, and neither did Ryan. Ryan was so shocked. And I don't know what Ryan is going to do because he sort of put all his eggs in that basket. So you're going to have to kind of rebuild some relationships, you know. So it'll be interesting to see who wins the head of household. Because y'all know, especially this early in the game, especially with that many people have been on the block or in some way been affected in that first week, honey, whoever get this head of household, it's going to be some shit. It's going to be a whole lot of goings on. And it'll be really funny if either Candy or Tom win that power veto. Very interesting. So anyway, y'all, that's how it all went down. Oh, shit, I didn't tell you who. Oh, yes, I did. Jonathan. So Jonathan went home, and of course, he didn't see it coming. And when Julie was talking to him, Julie told him, you know where you messed up? You messed up when you convinced Ryan to change his vote and didn't let the girls know. And once the girls saw, okay, he told us he was going to put Lohan on the block, and he didn't, and nobody talked to us or consulted with us, this must not be much of an alliance. And it planted those seeds of doubt. And Jonathan was like, oh. He never even considered it. He didn't even think about how that made the girls feel when that whole situation went down the way it did. So anyway, it was a good episode. Like I said, I'm really liking what they doing. Every episode is giving me something different. I don't see what's coming. And what I really like about how these celebrities are playing, they playing balls to the wall. They are not holding on to nothing. Like, you know how many veto ceremonies come around and people be like, well, I'm just not going to use the power of veto. Nah, Kato was like, look, I want it. You my man. I'm taking you off the block. It's whatever. You know, I really like how people are playing this game because they're not playing conservative. They're swinging for the fences. I love it. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments, please.